This is Derek, aka Mr. Everything, and I am coming at you with our weekly store update. Okay, now stay tuned to the channel. I don't know if I'm going to change this from a weekly to a bi-weekly, but as long as I have information to put out, I'll continue to do it on a weekly basis. What this update does is I try to touch on four subjects, one being what's on my work table, so you get to see what I'm working on for the store. Also, two, what I've completed, like what was on the table last week and now might be completed. And then I go into some off-topic things. I go into what kind of supplies I got into the store to help produce paint jobs, like decals, painting supplies, primer, boxes, tape even, who knows what, glue. And then finally, what kind of product I got in for sale. I try to keep these videos under about 10 to 15 minutes just to get a rapid fire. This is what the store is all about. Check it out on ebay.com. Okay. Before we get into what you see on the table, let's talk about what I was working on was some Napoleonic battalions. I had two Napoleonic battalions, the 33rd and the 69th. Those have been completed, and those are right here. This is the 33rd Battalion, or 33rd Regiment, one of the battalions, and this is the 69th. Okay, these guys are turned sideways. 6 stands, 24 figures in each battalion. This is specifically made for black powder. These are 40 millimeter square bases, 4 figures a piece. Each battalion has 2 elite stands, or you could call them companies. The light company had the green plumes. There's a light company, there's a light company. And the grenadiers had the white plumes. This one's a grenadier, and this one over here is a grenadier. The rest have the red and white mixed plumes. I did a little dull coating on them. I got their Victrix flags. That is why I chose these 2 battalions, because the flags were included with these miniatures. 90% of these miniatures are Victrix. There's like 2 figures in each of these battalions that are Warlord. I just used as filler, but they work great together. These guys look really good. I'm very happy with the way they turned out, and they are on the store currently right now. If you're interested in bidding on them or buying them, I think I got them as a buy now. You should check them out. When I finished them, I started working on, this is heavy, wow. Okay, I started working on this lot right here. This is 5 artillery pieces. 2 of them are French. 2 of these are foot guns for British, and 1 is a horse gun, which is probably this one. These are probably, no, that's the horse gun. These are the 2 foot guns, and then these are the crew members. The British guns are all Perry, and the French guns were front rank, and that's these models right here. These 4 figures were the generals that were included with the starter set. So like when you buy the Waterloo starter set, you get some French, some British, and you get one cannon and like a general for each side. And so this is the British general, and since these are 2 starter sets worth of artillery in here, oh wait, hold on, back up. The horse artillery piece is Perry. The other 2 foot guns are actually Warlord games, because they came out of that starter set I was talking about. All right, and so I had put these together, cleaned them up, put them on their sticks, I primed them, and then I received the final payment. I take that back, not the final payment, but the next payment from a commission that I've been working on. And so my customer was completely caught up with his commission, but I also had some additional figures from him that I was waiting to do until he had gotten caught up on his payment. Now he's completely caught up, everything is good. I pulled out his final miniatures to do for his commission, right? So these are not going on the store. 3 of these Jeeps will be on the store. The Airborne Jeep and 2 of these 30 cal Jeeps are going to be on the store, where one of these 30 cal Jeeps is part of the commission. I went ahead and pulled my other Jeeps out that I was planning on putting on the store anyway. I said, let's go ahead and do them all together so that it'll all, as I paint them, I'll be able to, do all 4 of them at the same time. But in addition to that, he had like a squad of infantry he wanted me to do, but he also put a note on there that he wanted me to get him or use my what's the word? He wanted to include my support box that I had on my eBay store. So what I did was I pulled the support box off of the eBay store and included it in this, and I'll just bill him for it when he expects that. That's not a thing. And then he provided me with a group of French NCOs and officers, which that's going to be unique. That'll be my first French painted. And then these models here were already painted by some other person, either himself or maybe another commission, and he wants me to fix them. So I'm going to be glad to do that for him. So these guys, which are basically medics and MPs, I'm gonna fix those, and then these here was from a previous commission that I had neglected to include. Basically, they came in a big box, and I thought I had gotten these are British Commandos. I thought I had gotten all the British Commandos out, and I didn't. I thought this was part of the American collection, but once I started opening them all up and looking at them, I saw that these were actually British Commandos that should have been included with his previous British Commando commission. So, but then again, I only charge for figures that are finished. So, even though these weren't included, they also weren't billed. So he still hasn't paid for these. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these, finish the French, finish the British, finish his 1 Jeep, his support element, and his squad, and then fix these guys. And then the 3 Jeeps that are not his, right? These will go up on the store. So this is the selection of troops that I'm working on the table that is going to go on the store. But I just wanted you to know that this is his final chunk of his commission. So once these are done, I honestly will not have any commissions on my table. This customer has inquired about 15 millimeter miniatures as well, so that might be something. I have another customer out there that's inquiring about a Hungarian commission. If he wants me to do that, that'll be great. And if he wants me to do 15 millimeters, that'll be great. Otherwise, once this is complete, I'll be able to put out more stuff on my eBay store for sale, because then my time won't be taken away by a commission, which is fine, because this is pretty much a guarantee sale, right? Where the eBay store is kind of hit or miss, right? So, and I've been doing a lot of World War II on the eBay store, as opposed to those. No, I guess this would be my very next set to go on the table. after these because that's what I was planning on doing anyway. But once I get that artillery out of the way, then I think I might do some more fantasy, or World War II. I don't know. 15 millimeter, maybe some personal Napoleonics. I don't know what I want to do next. Okay, so supplies, paint, brushes, stuff like that. I have received none of that this week. I normally don't, honestly, supplies I don't normally receive, but maybe every 2 or 3 months. So you shouldn't see a whole lot of supplies coming in. But every now and then I'll order some bases, or I'll order some boxes, or I'll order a miniature figure here or there. So whenever I get any of that in, I'll be sure to let you know. Okay, so that should be everything, right? So I finished the Napoleonic battalions. Those are done. I was about to start the Napoleonic artillery. That got put on hold because the commission, all of his SS got shipped off. So now we're sitting on his allies. And then no supplies and no miniatures. I didn't get any new miniature lines in. The latest thing I got in was the Undead from Fireforge, which is up on eBay right now if you're interested in that. And supply wise, I got in some boxes, and before that I got in some spray paint, which I had an opportunity to use on these guys. This is actually from the Vallejo olive drab, which I'm actually very pleased. It's one of the only olive drabs I like. There's a bunch of different olive drabs. This is their US khaki. This is their British or English uniform, and then this is just field gray. I just wanted something as a base. And again, I didn't paint these. These are all painted very well. I don't know what company or what person out there painted these. They're painted very nicely, but I noticed that they're very, very dark. I have a feeling that whoever painted these likes a dark wash. He really likes the dark wash. It's kind of what it looks like. But these guys, except for his boots, the guy's black boots. First of all, I don't agree with black boots in World War II, and they're shiny, which like they're polished. That wouldn't be the case. Even in garrison, they wouldn't do that. There were brown boots in World War II. All right. Well, I will catch you next week.